as Lindsay Davenport. Any one of these players on a given day could win this tournament.
So it is a rich field competing for this 97 championship, and one woman is looking for her 4th title in Paris. She's in action right now down on center court, Monica Seles. Seles' opponent, the 29-year-old number 3 French woman behind Mary Pierce and Testu is the veteran 29-year-old Nathalie Tozia, and Tozia having trouble winning a point, much less a game, and Seles running off 5 straight, serves now for the opening set at 5-love. Chris Tozia playing not well at all, and Seles, for her fans, playing extremely well.
Well, Nathalie had a huge win over Venus Williams, a long 3-set match 2 days ago. But I tell you what, as you look at these the first round results, Psyche, an easy match, but her second round, she beat Pitkowski. It was tough because she hurt her Achilles tendon a couple weeks ago in a tournament. She's been taping it. She's been icing it, putting ultrasound on it, and really complaining about it a little bit in her press conferences. So she's not 100% fit right now.
Love 30. And seizing that short ball.
Well, Tozia really does not have one big weapon to hurt Monica. I mean, she's got variety, but she really, she's an all-court player, but I think she prefers the faster surfaces because she's basically a natural serve and volleyer. This isn't her natural surface, red clay. Rennie Simpson from Canada had a pretty easy match, and there's that match against Venus Williams. Venus, 16 years old, an up-and-coming American player, over 6 feet tall, a lot of power. We're going to be seeing a lot of her in the future. This is her first tournament on red clay, and she was getting used to the sliding. Wasn't very successful.
From love 30 to set point for Monica Seles, who missed the French Open Championship 3 years, 93, 94, 95, after that stabbing tragic incident in Germany. Good return, Tozia to deuce.
Really took that ball early and cut off the angle. One of the few winners that she's hit this match.
And an ace, her first.
Avantage, Mademoiselle Seles.
Another good return.
Well, it's easy to hit those shots when you're down 5-love. You know, you just have to go for your shots. You can't get any worse, and this is Nathalie's best shot anyway. That forehand's a little shaky.
Third set point for Monica Seles.
Such great disguise with Monica's two-handed shots because she can really hold the ball to the last minute and then connect. You really can't tell if they're going cross-court or down the line because she holds the ball in the racket for so long.
It's long, and the third set point opportunity raced as Seles goes for a 6-love set to open this round of 32 match against Nathalie Tozia.
Good touch from Monica Seles. Usually doesn't hit very many drop shots, but that was a good opportunity. But Nathalie at this point just wants to get on the scoreboard because she's a French player. These French fans are fickle, Dick. They can turn on you in a minute.
Well, the inevitable Tozia stretching Seles. That's another set point lost. 3 singles titles for this 29-year-old, the last at Eastbourne, a grass tournament 2 years ago.
Well, she is a natural serve volleyer, so she's going to be doing better on the grass. She beat Mary Pierce at Wimbledon a couple years ago. That was a big win for her. 2 French players.
Avantage.
Set point number 5.
This is her 14th appearance. She's one of the few players that I remember playing in my day.
From Bayonne, in the southwest of France.
Égalité.
And all the other games were lightning quick, and Celis unable to put her opponent away here for the opening set. At the net.
Big improvement on Monica Seles' serve. It's great to see her really hitting out on that serve. Last year she had a shoulder injury, and these problems have really plagued her throughout the last year and really hindered her from going all out on her serve. But she's hitting some pretty big serve.
Égalité.
They'll have the set on a racket again there. Short return.
These courts are playing very much like a hard court. When it's hot, we haven't had any rain. Courts are playing pretty fast.
Oh, the net cord helped her. That ball was going to slice wide.
Avantage, Mademoiselle Celes.
Monica finds these angles that seem impossible to hit. I mean, this ball is so close to the line, so close to the net. Not many players can hit a shot like that. The strength of her game as she finds those angles.
So the 7th time is the charm for Monica Seles. She owns the opening set 6-love. Action resumes from Paris. Quiet, please.
Enter the Perrier French Open sweepstakes and win a trip for 2 to next year's French Open in Paris. Enter at participating stores, restaurants, and the Perrier website.
Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me.
I just adore a penthouse view. Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue.
The chores.
The stores.
Fresh air.
Times Square.
Now get 4.8% APR financing for 48 months on Ford Explorer.
Todd and Celia Unger began their voyage together nearly 40 years ago. Today, they embark on retirement as carefree as when they first set out. That's because for the past 20-some years, they've worked with a broker from Dean Witter.
Respect the power of a client's dream and help them achieve it.
At Dean Witter,
We measure success one investor at a time.
For the gold, the new Rebel G. Get the ultimate rush.
The 1997 French Open is brought to you by Perrier, the Earth's first soft drink. Nothing else feels so Perrier. By Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? And by Dean Witter. There are many ways to measure success. We measure it one investor at a time.
Welcome back to Paris. Another beautiful day down the promenade from center court. You're looking at the newest facility here at Roland Garros, Court Suzanne Langland, capacity over 10,000. And it's there that Michael Chang, the winner here in Paris in 1989, is meeting his third consecutive Frenchman, Stéphane Simeon. Chang owns the first set, 6-1 serving, 1-2 in the second one. Missed there. This is the end of the first set. Simeon has been plagued throughout his career. He's almost 30 with injuries and a muscle pull high up on that left thigh, but has continued and is on serve here in the second. 1-2.
He's going to have to hope for a lot more bricks like that first volley. Chang, easy first set at 6-1.
Zero.
30.
There's another unforced error.
Chang, who leads the men's tour this year with 4 singles titles. One at Memphis during his 25th birthday, his 27th singles title.
Well, he did win Orlando on clay, beating a mediocre field, and has struggled since. 2 first-round losses in Atlanta and Rome. Topspin long, well long. Melagini and Gumi, not exactly household names in America. Won 2 out of 3 matches at the World Cup as we watch Michael approach, trying to attack more on all surfaces. Beat Woodford and Uli Rock and lost to Ivanisevic last week in Dusseldorf.
Simeon to the net, and you can see limping as he approached 30 all.
And you know Chang has picked up on that, so he decides, I'm not going to go for too much, just going to place it. Simeon not moving well at all. This could be a short day for Michael today. First set took about 20 minutes.
Simeon, very bright, very popular French player. Played his college tennis at South Carolina.
That's pretty surprising to see a European player at that young age go over and get a college degree, no less. Almost unheard of.
In business. Point for 2 all.
Actually, that was his big chance. That was a break point to go up 3-1 in this set and maybe get him into this match. Instead, cannot do enough with that volley. Chang is well behind the baseline here. All Simeon needed to do is get that ball over the net. But he tried to cut that drop volley there too fine, and obviously that leg is clearly bothering him.
Simeon playing one-legged tennis here, and
Chang
against the number 2 player in the world. Now Chang with the point to go 2 all.
Well, this is starting to look like a real warm-up for Chang, who will be playing my old friend Sergi Bruguera, 2-time champion here. That'll be a heck of a lot tougher than this match appears to be so far.
If Chang wins, it would be Bruguera in the round of 16 on Monday. Another winner for Chang, and it's 2 all in the second.
Only other American left now, Chris Woodruff, with the disappearance of Pete Sampras yesterday. Chris Woodruff will be playing Gallo Blanco, one of your favorite drinks.
Only one in Barcelona.
Another Spaniard, of course. And amazingly enough, 6 Frenchmen reached the 3rd round here, more than the 5 Spaniards.
To Simeon, but you have to earn every one, as we well know, against Michael Chang with that great lateral quickness.
Well, he may finally have lost just a little bit of that speed, but he's still the quickest guy on the circuit. Never gives up. 4 of the Frenchmen lost yesterday, by the way. Simeon the 5th. The only other one that will be remaining playing later today would be Arnie Butch, playing Marcelo Rios, the young Chilean.
That's assuming that Chang disposes of Simeon, who obviously
looking pretty good. Looking pretty good right now. Simeon had never won a match at the French Open before this year. A good first-round win when he beat Gilbert Schaller. Tough clay courter who's lost his way as well from Austria.
For Simeon.
What Simeon is good at is the serve, as we saw there at the A's. His best surface is not clay, it's his worst surface. He had one good result last year. He reached the finals at Rosmalen, and that was on grass, so not real comfortable on this surface either.
Well, here at home, the 5th time he's entered the French, and he's not won a match until this year. Going to marry an American woman, Nicolette Wiendorf, a Bostonian, in July. Their wedding scheduled.
Looks like the 12 and unders right here. I think that way Simeon's going to have a lot of success against Chang today. One thing I'll give him credit for is attempting at least to mix things up.
2-all, 30-all, second set. Michael Chang 6-1 in the first.
Simeon, by the way, has been ranked as high as 41 in the world back in '93. Bad looking forehand there.
He's dropped to 135, and probably coming into this round would be considered the longest shot left in this '97 championship.
Point he's played today. He's the longest shot Dick if he's healthy. So imagine being less than 100%. Did better with that drop volley. Wide open court. No problem there for Simeon. He's a big guy, 6'4". Didn't look like he was too eager to move over there and bend down, however.
Now back to deuce.
Chang.
Totally hopeless if he misses volleys like that. And you know Chang's going to dig in a little bit harder now. Try to take advantage of that gimme that Simeon just missed. Simeon's coached by Thierry Toulon, the Frenchman, a clay courter. Trying to lend some expertise on this surface.
And Chang, coached by his brother Carl, who played at the University of California at Berkeley. And it was Carl's idea a year ago, since Michael chokes up as you see this backhand delivered. Back with a story on Carl and the longer racket used by Chang the last couple of seasons. Chang in command as he works toward the final 16 of the '97 French Championships.
Two nearly identical Porsche 911s, one destined for Le Mans, the other for a quieter life in America. But then again, expecting any Porsche to lead a quiet life may be asking a bit too much.
Hi.
Porsche, there is no substitute.
No, this one's on us, sir.
Right.
Morning.
Yeah, right. Might have to rethink this quit smoking thing.
Hey, cold turkey's rough.
What, and that's not that CQ?
It's a big help.
What'd help me is one cigarette. Let's do it.
No.
Just one.
No.
It burns me how calm you are.
That's the CQ.
Only CQ starts you off with the highest level of medicine. A 24-hour stream that's still with you when you wake up.
It helps calm the cravings, you'll see.
Nicoderm CQ. The power to calm, the power to comfort, the power to quit successfully.
My job is to compare products. And it's not often that I'm surprised. So when Head & Shoulders went up against the leading prescription brand, I expected the prescription to be better, but it isn't. A study proves Head & Shoulders is effective against dandruff. I found out there's a microscopic fungus associated with dandruff, and Head & Shoulders helps kill it. Helps stop flakes before they even start. Not even the expensive prescription works better. You may never see flakes again. I don't.
Hadn't seen this much excitement in 15 years.
Beer Premium Plus is made with 100% acrylic, so it's guaranteed for 15 years.
Like putting a plastic shell on your house.
Beer Premium Plus, the premium paint with a Home Depot price.
Go where you want to go with all-season Goodyear AquaTread. Its deep groove aqua channel sweeps water away for serious traction, especially in braking.
Serious freedom. Goodyear, Goodyear.
Davis Love has held the golf club in his hand as long as he can remember, but for all his success, one goal still remains. At last year's U.S. Open, Davis was tied for the lead with 2 holes left, but faltered. Now, can the man called the best player never to have won a major capture that elusive prize? The U.S. Open coming to NBC June 12th.
Michael Chang with a break of service and a lead 3-2 in the second, up a set, 6-1 in the opener.
Are those umpires? Forget the Carl Chang story.
Hostess is part of the charm, the ambiance here at Roland Garros as Chang serves. With that longer racket, did you ever consider that, or even playing on the senior circuit? What advantages?
I've actually played a few matches just to see if Chang's claim is true. You get some more stick. And I'm not sure is the answer right yet, but it's very strange, Dick, to play with a racket that's a couple inches longer than you played their whole career with, but it's sort of fun to try. As you were about to point out, Carl, I think, worked about a year and a half to try to get the racket right for his brother.
He figured that since Michael choked up on the regular-sized racket anyway, why not choke up on a longer racket, give him a little more leverage, especially on the serve.
He does have a little more zip on the serve the last couple of years, so maybe it worked.
Well, Simeon has no punch in his strokes, and it's now 40 love.
Chang loves that ball. He loves it. Get off both feet. Take it on the rise. Well, this is Stefan Simeon's back. And see, that's the problem. When you're not moving your feet at all, it looked like he had glue on his feet there. Not like Chang, who's all over that approach, takes it nice and early.
Point away from 4-2 in the second.
Cut on the Kents.
The only danger Chang has to watch out for is not getting too bored here at this point. Crowd quiet. Simeon barely moving. Already up a set in the break and 45. So some pretty good power on that overhead back there.
4-2 Chang. Good effort by Simeon, but the final answer again from the 25-year-old American. So it goes to 4-2. We'll return to Court Central in a bit to see how Monica Seles, who was cruising against Natalie Tozia. It's not been a good start on this Saturday for the French players, men and women.
Well, that was a poor toss there.
I wonder now how long he can continue, John.
That's horrible. I mean, you can excuse the injury, but
it's painful.
It's painful to watch. He hits the drop shot, comes in, but look at the way he moves to Chang's return. I mean, that is...
I can identify with that move.
Yeah, so can I, unfortunately, but at least I'm 38. Simeon will actually turn 30 in a week or so.
Actually, at the final Sunday, men's final Sunday, he'll be 30.
Well, even if he doesn't hang it up, I don't think we're going to be out here too much longer with this match. He's got that look of despair.
Well, that left leg injury just can't push off at all on that back leg.
And we noticed he had ice on it at the end of the first set. I'm not sure that's the thing to do during a match. That's certainly something right after a match you like to do is ice up, but I mean, that's just going to stiffen you up further if you put it on during it. You have to try to be as loose as possible.
Just unable to put any power into his strokes, especially the forehand.
Chang covers some court that point.
Double break point.
Looking for a little workout, get those wheels churning. A little farther behind the baseline than he likes to be. Now another 2 chances for a 5-2 lead in the second set. Saves one of them with a pretty good first serve. His weapons are his serve and his forehand, and as you've pointed out, he can't lift off the serve, and he doesn't have enough stick on the forehand, so pretty much ends any hope he has unless Chang falls over and injures himself.
From a family of serious gardeners is Stefan Simeon, and their specialty is watercress. So at least at the end of the day's hard work on the turbat too, there's always that salade verte waiting for you. A little vinaigrette.
I didn't know that.
So 2 break point saved by Simeon, but he had to stretch that injury to make the move to the net here.
And when he cleaned the court after he won the point, he only used 1 leg, so that's a real bad sign. Managed to get this game at least back to deuce. He's a big guy, so he should be able to get that angle better than poor little Michael Chang at 5'8".
Avantage Chang.
3rd break point for Chang to go up 5-2 in the second.
Career prize money at Chang, 14.5 mil, so he's not too poor.
And of course, his first major win was here in 1989. Dramatic victory for Stefan Edberg. 5-2 Chang. And the way Simeon is acting going to the chair, he doesn't appear to be...
You're right, Dick. That's it. That is it. He's thrown in the towel.
So Chang, 6-1, 5-2, retired. Moves on to the round of 16. Defeats Stefan Simeon at Court Suzanne Langland. And more action from Roland Garros in Paris when we return.
Waterburn, Australia, a true story. A man was prospecting behind his trailer home when he discovered a 61-pound nugget of solid gold worth $1 million. When it comes to retirement, you can depend on luck, or you can depend on us. Sun America. We specialize in retirement investments. Ask about our personal retirement portfolios and don't leave your future to chance. Sun America, the retirement specialist.
It is said that good things come to those who wait. But in business, greater things come to those who refuse to. And for people like these, an incredible weapon has been created.
Velo from Philips Magnavox. Windows, email, internet. The power of a computer in the palm of your hand.
Oh,
Honey,
boy.
I told you.
You were right, sweetie. I wanted the motel. I feel like an outdoorsman.
Look
Good
at
night,
that.
honey.
Oh, my
Is that
God.
noise? Did you hear that noise?
Yes, I did hear that. What is it? What do you see? What do you see?
Oh, boy. Honey, where's the Ericsson cellular phone?
Oh, shoot, I left it outside.
What do you mean you left it outside? I gotta go out there and get it.
Ericsson cellular phones. Because when life gets a little wild, you want a reliable Ericsson cellular phone.
Hi, yeah, we're in a tent. There's some trees and there's a huge bear out there.
Coppertone has a great new product to protect your kids from the sun. It also has a highly effective insect repellent. Coppertone Bug and Sun for kids and adults who want protection from bugs and sun. Coppertone Bug and Sun.
Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said, Mama said, Mama said, Mama said there'll be days.
When your stomach feels bad, reach for Pepto-Bismol. It's all your stomach needs.
Two-time PGA Seniors champion and leading money winner Hale Irwin headlines the field at the Bell South Senior Classic at Opryland next weekend on NBC.
And we welcome you back. In the 15 years that we've been covering the French Open for NBC, never have we had a more splendid week of weather than this. Low humidity, warm sun, cool breeze out of the north-northeast today as we rejoin action at center court. Monica Seles rolled through the opening set 6-love. In fact, won the first 9 games. Tozia has just broken and serves at 1-3.
15-0.
Very impressive Seles until losing her serve in the last game. All.
And Natalie really trying to put some big, hard first serves in so she doesn't have to get caught up in a rally with Monica. Monica's winning most of the rallies. And she has a good first serve. I mean, it's very flat. She gets a lot of good racket head swing into it. Very smooth. That's why she's a good fast court player. She loves to serve and come into the net. It's not that smart against Monica Seles, though, on a slow court.
15-30.
Double fault number 4 for Tozia. The French were hoping for an upset here by Tozia because the winner of this will meet a Frenchman in the next round, whether it be a French woman, either Mary Pierce or Sandrine Testu, who will play later. Monica Seles stroking and grunting that we grew to love as she won 3 times here in Paris in the early 1900s.
And when Monica's moving well, when she really gets to the ball and gets in position, nobody creates angles or really strikes the ball better than she does off both sides. I mean, the key when you play her is really to get her off guard and to really jerk her around the court from side to side. Get her on the defensive, then you've got a shot.
Seles the winner in 90, 91, and 92, and now is just 2 games away from advancing to the 4th round. City of Art, City of Light. We'll be back in Paris in a moment.
Tonight, Academy Award nominee Meg Tilly and Forrest Whitaker, they're invading our bodies.
Where are you gonna run?
And they're not from around here.
Where are you gonna hide? Nowhere.
The only way to stay alive
We gotta go right now!
is to stay awake. Don't sleep. Body Snatchers. NBC tonight.
You're seeing just 30 seconds of excitement from TV's richest game show, Cash Explosion, where we give away over a whopping $8 million each year. To catch the full 30 minutes, tune in to Cash Explosion this Saturday at 7:30.
Don't miss Ohio Lottery Cash Explosion on WLIO-TV 35.
WLIO-TV, the Lima News, City of Lima, and Lima Symphony Orchestra present the 4th Annual Star Spangled Spectacular July 4th in Froat Park. The family-oriented patriotic celebration is fun for everyone with the popular fishing derby, free kiddie rides, youth all-star games, musical entertainment, military displays, neighborhood association, and artist booth, delicious food, and this year a huge car show. Evening entertainment features the association, followed by the Lima Symphony and the area's largest fireworks display. Don't miss the Star Spangled Spectacular all day July 4th, Froat Park.
WLIO Lima.
Back at center court, Roland Garros, Monica Seles playing in an empty mood. Her father, Karoy, is being treated for stomach cancer. Her coach, her counselor, and you can be sure that he is sincerely missed.
I think that was very difficult. I'm used to talking to him before my matches, after my match, in practices, and that is just a sudden void out there, and I have to deal with that, and that's really tough.
You look to make a good shot, or you're looking for support, you look to the friends box, and that ever-present figure is not here in Paris.
Well, her father's always been in her corner, always had a smile. One of the best tennis fathers out there, and I think it is very draining for her for obvious reasons, and it has affected her play somewhat. Her heart is not into her tennis 100%, but hopefully, knowing that her dad's watching, that will give her some incentive.
Well, Eastleigh breezed 6-love in the opening set, and now serving 4-1 in the second.
He certainly has to be proud of the way she's playing this match, because she's sharp. She's really catching the ball early and hitting her ground strokes with great depth, great angles.
Double fault number 5, 15-all. Certainly in much better physical condition than she was a year ago.
And she looks trimmer. I think she's lost some weight, and she is moving better. She's going to have to move well to win on this clay, because you do a lot more running than on any other surface.
And she ran down all that Tozia had to offer in that point.
And she can even get away with this next shot where she hits the ball practically behind her, but she has such good wrist action that she gets away with it and still can create a sharp angle.
Caught the line. Seles argues that it was just a little long.
It's always a little problem, though, when you get up, because there are numerous marks on the court, so it's always interesting which one they pick.
Carlos Ramos in the chair confirms the call. It's 30-all. Ooh, the wind caught that. And the wind blowing from the Seles end of the court from the north. Any ball hit high, being held up. The double clutch on this.
She adjusted well, though. I mean, she was quick to see that there was a front bounce. Boy, talk about a top-heavy draw. Seles, Pierce, Hingis, Sanchez, Vicario all in one half. Steffi Graf in the other.
Game to Celis, and she leads 5-1, a game away from a victory that would take her to the 4th round. Tomorrow, while you're watching the NBA Finals, the Bulls and the Jazz, go online to NBCSports.com and chat with our own NBA on NBC analyst Steve Cypersnapper Jones, who will be analyzing the games online throughout the finals. Steve will answer any questions you have about the game or the series while providing his own pre- and post-game analysis. Log on to NBCSports.com. Say hello to Snapper for me. I'm sure Steve is watching. He's one of the big tennis fans in sportscasting. Plays a solid game himself.
But can he slide?
Doesn't have to. When you're that big and tough, don't have to. Tozia trying to keep this alive. Celis trying to finish up her work on this Saturday. It's long. 2 points from victory, Monica Celis.
Disappointing for Tozia. She had such a great match against Venus Williams. Very high drama. Pulled it out in 3 sets, and then she comes out here in center court in front of her people. And I think she's let them down. She's let herself down.
Yeah, both Tozia and Venus Williams exhausted that match well over 2.5 hours. There were several instances where it appeared that the young 16-year-old Williams from Los Angeles was going to have a very important win. And one sense is that along with Hingis and Kornikova and the other brilliant teenagers, Venus Williams is going to be someone we talk about for a long time. Now, triple match point for Celis. Tozia never allowed the French crowd to get into this match. And Monica Celis has advanced 6-love, 6-1. Impressive win for the 3-time French champion. And coming up next, our feature match of the day. Martina Hingis, the world's #1, against Anya Kornikova.
FedEx will come to your office to pick up your 2-day package for an extra charge.
UPS will come to your office to pick up your 2-day package for an extra charge.
The U.S. Postal Service already comes to your office every day. So we'll pick up your priority mail 2- to 3-day package for free.
So, what's your priority? Switch to priority mail from the U.S. Postal Service.
Bob and Judith Akers looked forward to the day they could retire to a little business by the sea.
No easy project to take on alone. Fortunately, a Dean Witter broker was there to help them chart the proper course.
Each individual's dream is unique. So, too, must be our solutions.
Now the Akers not only have a place they can call home, others can, too.
Be back at 10.
We'll leave the light on. At Dean Witter,
We measure success one investor at a time.
When you were a boy growing up, did you ever dream of becoming a man? What kind of man? Brave? Noble? Proud? Heroic? For over 100 years, BVD has made underwear fit for men, comfortable and durable. Remember when you dreamed of becoming a man? Well, how's it going? BVD, fit for men.
Today, there are more than 14 million places throughout the world where you can buy almost anything without cash, without checks, because today there are better ways to pay. Gold cards, platinum cards, debit cards, and corporate cards from MasterCard. MasterCard, the future of money.
Sunday night at 7 Eastern for Pacific. The Bulls. Jordan and one of the greatest teams ever go for their 5th NBA crown in 7 years. The Jazz. Stockton's miracle buzzer beater lifted them into the finals for the first time in team history. The showdown begins Sunday night at 7 Eastern for Pacific on NBC.
delightful meeting place here at Roland Garros between center court and court 1, the bullring court. There's Davis Cup, proudly displayed by the winning French team. This is the plaza of the 4 Musketeers, Brugnon, Barotra, Cochet, and Lacoste, the great tennis stars of the 1920s. And adjacent court 1, Mary Jo Fernandez, the number 12 seed, with a 6-3 capture of the opening set, serving at 4-3, up a break in the second against Flora Perfetti, the 28-year-old Italian. In a tiebreak for the second set, Mary Jo with an excellent scorecard in this sudden death decider. A winner in Berlin, her 7th career title a couple of weeks ago, beat Novotna and Pierce, Mary Jo. Perfetti on the defense most of the point, doing a great job, but 5 points to 3, Mary Jo Fernandez.
I think it's just so great to see a healthy Mary Jo Fernandez out there. So many times in the past she's been plagued with injuries. She's been almost frail in the past, but she looks strong out there. One of the few players left that is really healthy.
Made it to the finals 4 years ago here in Paris, where she lost to Steffi Graf 6-4 in the third. Gave her a battle.
Hold on.
Perfetti ranked 70th in the world.
Well, this is showing what great depth women's tennis is, because this woman's ranked 70 in the world. She plays like this. I mean, this is top 10 caliber in my mind right now, the way she's hitting the ball and striking it. Mary Jo, she's working with Sven Groeneveld right now the last few weeks, and he used to work with Mary Pierce, so he knows a few things about coaching baseliners.
Perfetti back on serve in this tiebreak. Terrific approach by Fernandez, and that takes her to match point.
Definitely a more aggressive Mary Jo Fernandez. I think Harold Solomon, who used to coach her, was a big influence in her life then. Last few years, he's encouraged her to be more aggressive, come into the net, take advantage of those great ground strokes, and she is.
Well, this enthusiastic gathering around court 1 was very appreciative of what they've seen in this match. Mary Jo Fernandez. 6-3, 7-6, 7 points to 4 in the tiebreak. The number 12 seed, Fernandez, through to the round of 16. And coming up next, and just now leaving the locker room, heading for Court Central, the number 1 player in the world, Martina Hingis, survived a scare against Gloria Pizzacchini in her last match. She did not play well. What will her game be like? She'll be tested by 15-year-old Anya Kournikova. That match coming up.
Did you see the look on his face?
Hey, here comes another one.
Come to Papa.
Wait, not a
Ford Contour. That thing's got more moves than a cat.
What do they think we are? Greyhounds?
Test drive the newly restyled Ford Contour. One drive will surprise you.
Hey, you guys up for a little Italian?
Now, get 1.9% APR financing for 48 months on Ford Contour.
Please stand by. This flight will begin boarding momentarily.
Paging Mr. Wright. Paging Mr. Wright. Is oversold.
Flight delay.
Would you like to speak to my supervisor?
This flight has been delayed. We have no further information.
If Orville and Wilbur had to go through what you do just to fly,
Ladies and gentlemen,
they never would have gotten off the ground.
the flight to Kitty Hawk has been canceled.
Isn't it time an airline started heading in a different direction? United Airlines, rising.
In good times and bad, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, for auto, for home, for life insurance. It's reassuring to know there's someone you can talk to, someone who knows life is full of surprises and can help you prepare for them. Being in good hands is the only place to be.
This is my idea of a challenge. Actually, when I took the high endurance challenge from Old Spice, that's what I thought I was getting into. What I got was a sure thing. High endurance deodorant. It evaporates less quickly than the leading stick. It also lasts longer and protects better. Old Spice even guarantees it. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a stick of yours. So if you're looking for a real challenge, the sky's the limit. If you're looking for the best deodorant, try high endurance from Old Spice. Because now you've got proof. And a guarantee.
Dateline Monday. Dateline is now on Monday. America's most watched news magazine. Dateline NBC, now on Monday.
Just about 3 miles as the crow flies from the Eiffel Tower near the Bois de Boulogne. Roland Garros, and it's clay courts, the Terre Battue. You saw court 1 as we now pan the outside courts and into court central, where Anya Kournikova will try to stop the year's winning streak of Martina Hingis, who has now won 33 consecutive matches, plus 3 more in the Hoffman Cup that aren't being counted. One of the all-time victory runs in the Open era for a woman. Hingis, only 16, born in Slovakia, moved to Switzerland at a young age, has been playing tennis since, well, since she took her first steps, and has earned $1 million or more quicker than anyone in history. And here are her early round victories.
Easy first round match. But look at that second round. Pichikini, she was down 6-3 and 4-3. Pichikini led her back into the match, had a few double faults, and Martina was very thankful for that.
Did not play well, and Pichikini said afterwards, "I was afraid to win." Meanwhile, Anya Kournikova, they've met before as juniors, and Kournikova, one of Nick Bollettieri's newest pupils, born in Moscow, makes most of her home time in Bradenton, Florida. Has moved up to number 47. Only 10-5 her singles record, and we'll get into that later. Her play limited by WTA rules, and there are her
This is her
results.
first French Open. Zubakova, 6-3, 6-2, and veteran Cecchini, an Italian player. Pretty easy match.
Hingis to open.
Dick, I would almost classify this as a bitter rivalry. They've played 2 times before in the juniors, not in the pros, but both times have been pretty emotional. They played at Wimbledon in '94, where Hingis won 4-3. Hingis broke a racket during that match, and they played at the U.S. Open in '94 juniors. Hingis won 11-love. Kournikova ran off the court in tears, barely shook hands. So there's not really a lot of good feeling between these two players.
It's going to be interesting to watch because Hingis, a very intelligent player, especially at her 16 years of age, and Kournikova actually has some bigger shots, but perhaps not as stable a player, and a year younger. 30-15. Both wonderfully fluid in their stroke making.
Martina Hingis, still the more consistent player, certainly has to have more confidence. She hasn't lost a match all year. Kornikova, a lot of raw talent, but not as much experience.
And showing that drop shot early. Give something to think about for opponent. Hingis holds. We're underway. The feature match today from Roland Garros. The teenagers, Hingis and Kornikova.
Wednesday, hold everything. Whoa, an all-new episode in the summer? Yes, Wednesday's Men Behaving Badly is all new. Great. A sizzling all-new episode with an all-new Jamie? Oh, nah, he's the same. It's the show that's all new. Right after News Radio NBC Wednesday.
Precision. Performance. Timing. Qualities found in these great golfers. And the timepiece they have chosen to wear. The Rolex Oyster Perpetual Timepiece.
Vaughn's Diamonds and Jewelry, your official Rolex jeweler.
When asked, 9 out of 10 people say they'd rather be on vacation than at home.
Come on. I'm bored. Hey, do not throw the dice.
Of course, most of the people they asked didn't own a John Deere, because in survey after survey, folks are more satisfied with John Deere than other lawn tractors.
Honey, it's green.
It sure is. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit Kenton Implement Company in Kenton and Layfeld Implement Company in Coldwater now for Deere season savings.
WLIO Lima.
The 1997 French Open is brought to you by Old Spice High Endurance Deodorant for long-lasting odor protection. Now you've got proof, not promises. By United Airlines, heading in a different direction. United Airlines, rising. And by Porsche, who wish to remind you there is no substitute.
Anya Kornikova to serve to the world's #1 Martina Hingis. Well, the youngest too, and it's quite a list for Martina Hingis. Youngest to be ranked #1 WTA Tour, youngest to earn $1 million, youngest to win a Grand Slam singles title this century. That was the Australian earlier this year, and the youngest to win a Grand Slam event. It was a doubles champion at Wimbledon a year ago. Well done, love 30.
I think in my mind, and a lot of tennis players' mind, though, being the #1 position will not be legitimate until she plays and beats Steffi Graf, a healthy Steffi Graf, because she turned #1 when Steffi went out of the game because of an injury. And Steffi's been so dominant the last 7 years. I don't know how you can say that she's not #1, you know? So it'd be great to see a matchup with these two players if they're healthy.
Well, if they advance according to their seeds, they'll be meeting next Saturday in the women's final here. Oh, a break at love for Hingis. Jumps out early to love. Her mother, Melody Molitor, was her coach and has been from her very first steps. Named her Martina after Martina Navratilova. Wanted her daughter to be a tennis player.
And ironically, doesn't really play very much like Martina.
Plays more like Chris Evert.
Not a serve and volleyer, but still a great athlete like Martina.
And Anya Kornikova's mother. Well, there's some familial resemblance there, isn't there?
Well, there's Alla. She was actually very good in track and field, so she's Anna's got genes, that's for sure. teacher in Russia. She goes back there a couple times a year, but mainly lives in Bradenton and works with Bollettieri.
Hingis now with 8 consecutive points won. It's 40-love, up 2-love. So far, not letting Kornikova into this opening set.
I had a feeling Martina would come out here very sharp because she really played poorly in her last match. The attempt at another drop shot, which didn't make it, but that's a good play because Anya really stands so far behind the baseline.
First ace for Hingis. Very impressive for the woman who is unbeaten for this entire tennis year. 3-love, opening set.
Quiet, please.
Enter the Perrier French Open sweepstakes and win a trip for 2 to next year's French Open in Paris. Enter at participating stores, restaurants, and the Perrier website.
Go where you wanna go. Leave the boundaries far behind you.
Introducing the all-new Goodyear Eagle F1 with racing-inspired dual aqua channels that sweep water away for serious traction in the wet, especially in braking. The new ultra-high-performance Goodyear Eagle F1.
Serious freedom. Goodyear, Goodyear.
Today is March 23rd, or August 12th, or December 4th. It does not matter what today is. While others dwell on the events of one today, our mutual funds stick to long-term strategies that seek performance through discipline. Strategies that understand one today does not a retirement make. We do not live for the day. We are in it for much longer than that. AIM. Invest with discipline.
Love the hat. Oh, I need it. My hair's a disaster. Look at my dandruff. You just need the right shampoo.
With regular shampoo, flakes can keep coming back, but Head & Shoulders helps stop flakes before they even start, so your hair looks great. Change dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
To you, it's a day at the beach. To me,
Stand by the right side there.
it's work. Good thing there's copper tone oil-free sunscreen. Won't clog pores and make you break out. Keeps my skin looking beautiful.
Two-time PGA Seniors champion and leading money winner Hale Irwin headlines the field at the Bell South Senior Classic at Opryland next weekend on NBC.
Welcome back to center court. Roland Garros. Hingis, tennis was the prediction. Tennis has been the happy answer. She recalls her first tournament at age 4.
The girl was just 5 years older than me, and it was my first tournament, and I was pretty nervous, I think, and that girl just didn't want to give me a game. She just didn't. It was in almost every game it was 30 love. Sometimes I had chances to make a game, but she just didn't want to.
So beaten love and love at 4 years of age. Do you remember your first tournament?
I had a very similar experience. I went out there and played someone about 2 feet taller than I was. And I came home, my dad said, well, how'd you play? And I said, Dad, I played great. My forehand was working, my backhand was working, I moved well. He goes, yeah, but what was the score? And I said, well, I lost 11-love. But I was so happy to actually get out there and play my first tournament.
So 3 points lost in 3 games for Hingis, and 2 of the points were missed drop shots. Pretty impeccable start for the current #1 player in the world.
I think what makes this young woman so special is at 16 she has an all-court game. When have we ever seen that happen? You know, you either were a baseliner or you were a serve volleyer until you're at least in your early 20s, and then you'd have an all-court game. She has it at a young age. Very versatile.
There's a big forward hand from Kornikova. 30-love. Youngest to be ranked #1, surpassing Monica Seles, Austin, and Groff. And if the current rules stay in place for the WTA, may be the youngest ever, because they're going to limit the opportunities for the 14, 15, 16-year-olds. And Kornikova's been complaining about that. We'll get into that issue. Her first ace and 40 love. And a well-executed backhand. So a solid game at love for Kornikova. 3-1.
And this is the shot that Anya needs to hit more of. She's the first 3 games, she's just staying back and being very passive. But she needs to be more aggressive. She needs to make it happen.
Serve took Kornikova off the court.
She looks like Anya looks like she's frozen out there, a little paralyzed. There's a lot of pressure on this match. I think it's more nerve-wracking playing someone your own age.
Kornikova will turn 16 next Saturday, the day of the women's final. And she can play 10 tour events this year plus the Grand Slams. Is that correct under the restrictions?
Correct. And next year she can play 13 WTA events, the end of the year championship, Grand Slams and Federation Cup. So that equals about 18, 19 weeks. But she's been complaining about that because according to the new ranking system, it's the accumulation of tournaments that you play. It's not your average. So that's really hurting her because she's limited to the amount of tournaments that she can play, and therefore she probably won't break into the top 10 even if she did well in the Grand Slams.
Currently ranked 47th. Just long. Hingis holds. It's 4-1. Martina Hingis. The opening set, the round of 32 here at Roland Garros.
Trust. We are not born with an instinct to trust. Trust must be earned. Trust must be proven. We earn it with integrity. We prove it with sound advice. Trust is the ultimate measure of our success. And at Dean Witter, we measure success one investor at a time.
What's more amazing than the places you can go on the internet? The fact that you don't need a computer to get there. Web TV from Philips Magnavox. The internet now on your television at an affordable price.
These are the Schmidts of Munich. This is their new Porsche Boxster. In order to drive it Monday, Wednesday and Friday, Mr. Schmidt has agreed to assume dog washing responsibilities. And Mrs. Schmidt, in return for Tuesday, Thursday and the coveted Saturday, has to make Mr. Schmidt's favorite Finkelwurst 3 times a week. On Sundays, they share the Boxster. Of course, this leaves out young Dieter, who has just earned his driver's license. As in all domestic disputes, it's the children who suffer most. The Boxster. Once again, there is no substitute.
They meet every weekend on these hallowed and verdant fields. These weekend warriors, garden variety gladiators versus Mother Nature. It is a battle ultimately decided by power.
At the Home Depot, you'll find more of the best brands of power equipment for your lawn and garden.
Out here, only the strong survive.
Send email, get sports scores, find dinosaurs. Is something missing? Exactly. The computer. Web TV from Philips Magnavox. The internet now on your television at an affordable price.
Fred Couples, Masters champion. Greg Norman, 2-time British Open champion. Nick Faldo, 3 times a British Open champion and 3 times a Masters victor. But one title has eluded them all. Golf's greatest championship, the U.S. Open, coming June 12th to NBC.
Now, she's almost 16, and there have been rumors that she has dated, or at least been in the company of Detroit Red Wing hockey star Sergei Fedorov. So Bud Collins asked her, is she dating?
Are you dating now?
Good question. I don't know. No.
A good question. No answer.
I don't know about that answer. She certainly has a lot of young fans. Every time she practices, there are about 20 or 30 young boys circling around the court, and very popular player.
Now, Martina Hingis, getting back to the issue on the restrictions placed by the WTA to protect against the tennis burnout that...
Well, if you look at past history, past case studies, you know, you see Jennifer Capriati, you see Tracy Austin, Andrea Jaeger, and we put this rule into effect, taking into a number of factors: the wear and tear of the body, the time spent away from home and from school, the media pressures, and also we feel that it maximizes your career longevity. And I think it's a good rule. And now people are starting to question it, and especially these younger players are really starting to complain a lot. But I think there needs to be a rule like this, especially for the school. You know, my one complaint is very few. I think Mary Jo Fernandez is the last player that graduated from high school. Lindsay Davenport. Many of these players leave school at 13, 14 years old, and they say they have, you know, correspondence courses or whatever, but it's not the same.
Oh, what a point by Hingis as she hits the line. Look at the anticipation.
0 points.
That's interesting because she is not the quickest player, the quickest mover on the tour, but because she anticipates, she gets that extra jump on the ball. She's always there in position.
And a swirl of wind blowing some of the red clay through the position occupied by Kornikova as she delays. Now, just to finish this up, Martina Hingis started as a professional before the new rules were in place. So she isn't subject to it.
In a limited amount of tournaments.
And that's what's confusing to someone like Kornikova. Only a year younger. Why am I being punished? And there's number one over there. She gets to play as many tournaments as she wants.
You know, the only possible solution might be that if you are under the rule and you have to play a limited amount of tournaments, is to protect you by using your average. That might be the only solution. I don't know if they've looked into that or not.
15-40 and a couple of breakers for Hingis, who could then serve out the set. And it's ruled out. Game to Hingis.
Well, they're using the whole court on this point, every single angle. This one shot supposedly just an inch out.
So Hingis serving 5-1. Well, they're only a year apart in age, but in terms of composure, Martina Hingis certainly has the poise of a woman much older, and Kornikova, in many ways, watching her, she's a 15-year-old.
That's why it could be a great rivalry, because of the contrast. You know, it's like fire versus ice. I mean, Kornikova's got a temper, and she's flashy, whereas Hingis is, she's calm, she's, you know, very mature. She's the more consistent player.
Kornikova's going to have more power. The ball flies off her racket.
Well, she's bigger. She's a couple inches taller. She's very, very fit. She does a lot of running, a lot of weight work. One of the fittest players out there.
Nice approach.
I think the difference between these two young players also is that Martina Hingis has such great court sense. You know, she sets up the point perfectly. It's very instinctive. She can think ahead to 2 shots and figure out how to win the point.
Boy, again, the accuracy. The last two strokes, each ball within a foot of the sideline.
But she's also at the right place at the right time. She knows exactly where to move. She knows the angle of the ball. She knew to come in on this shot because it was a defensive shot. And that's instinct, and I think you're born with that. You're not really taught that, and it's also confidence at this point.
And the set to Hingis, 6-1 as she looks for her 34th consecutive win, unbeaten in this 1997 year.
This is actually a family car, but that can be your little secret. Ford Taurus.
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 48 months on Ford Taurus.
At the Principal Financial Group, you'll find the strength of our investment performance is your 401k retirement advantage. You'll find our flexibility will meet your insurance needs, and you'll find the balance of choice and quality you need in health coverage. For over a century, you've trusted the Principal for strength, flexibility, and balance in retirement, insurance, and financial products. At the Principal, we give you an edge.
FedEx will come to your office to pick up your 2-day package for an extra charge.
UPS will come to your office to pick up your 2-day package for an extra charge.
The U.S. Postal Service already comes to your office every day. So we'll pick up your priority mail 2- to 3-day package for free.
So, what's your priority? Switch to priority mail from the U.S. Postal Service.
Sunday night at 7 Eastern for Pacific. The Bulls. Jordan and one of the greatest teams ever go for their 5th NBA crown in 7 years. The Jazz. Stockton's miracle buzzer beater lifted them into the finals for the first time in team history. The showdown begins Sunday night at 7 Eastern for Pacific on NBC.
Reprise.
Back in Paris with our match update. First set won by Hingis, 6-1.
I think the story there, the winners, Hingis, 10 winners to 5 unforced errors, and it's kind of flip-flop the other way. Kornikova has many more unforced errors.
A quick delivery from Hingis, 16 minutes for the opening set win. So very big game for young Anya Kornikova to try to hold here to open the second set, build something. She was smothered in the opening set.
If you look at the court positioning, Kornikova is always about 5 or 6 feet behind the baseline, whereas Martina Hingis is hugging the baseline. I think Kornikova has to move in a little bit more and jump on top of that ball, take it early, or else she will not hurt Martina Hingis at all.
Good second serve, 30 love. It's long, 40 love. Well, they have something that they can share, these two, Kornikova and Hingis. Their favorite city is this one, Paris. Favorite color as well is black. What is it with the youngsters that black has become so popular?
I think Jennifer started that.
Whatever happened to my red?
Or pink.
Kornikova holds to open the second set on the red clay of Paris.
Monday, friends for life.
My surrogate big sister.
Until one sleeps with the other's son.
I didn't mean for this to happen. You can't stop me from seeing her.
A forbidden love she couldn't resist.
She's a kid. What were you thinking?
90210's Brian Austin Green and Fired Up's Sharon Lawrence. A Friend's Betrayal, 8/7 Central, NBC Monday.
You have to keep driving. You're always on the go. Since you need car insurance, call the people who know. 1-800-SAVE-AUTO. Pick up the phone. The call is free. Your monthly payments are low, just like you'd expect. Because when you deal with Safe Auto, you're dealing direct. 1-800-SAVE-AUTO. Pick up the phone. The call is free. 1-800-SAVE-AUTO.
Hi, I'm Vince Koza with Shawnee Country Club pros Brian Smith and Drew Farron. All summer, we'll be featuring an Ask the Pro Golf segment in the News Journal, Monday at 11 and Tuesday at 6. Submit your golf questions to Ask the Pro, WLIO-TV, P.O. Box 1689, Lima, Ohio, 45802.
If your question's chosen, you'll receive a sleeve of golf balls, courtesy of the Shawnee Country Club Golf Shop, and a golf towel from WLIO-TV.
Watch Ask the Pro, brought to you by Ron Spencer Real Estate and West Ohio Gas.
WLIO Lima.
Martina Hingis, her Grand Slam year beginning with a victory at the Australian Open. She's won every tournament since. 6 titles despite the injury and the horseback accident in April. And here she is disposing of Mary Pierce in the finals to become the youngest winner of a Grand Slam singles title since Lottie Dodd won the 1887 Wimbledon, 6-2-2 over Pierce. And that just catapulting her through a sensational year.
She's only lost 4 points on her serve after that Australian when she hugged her mother, and it was a very emotional moment. I think, you know, Melanie, she's really given her a life outside of tennis, and it's a hard balancing act to have a mother as a coach or a father as a coach, and there haven't been too many success stories there. But so far, there are no signs of pressure or clashing. It's worked out well. Very smart, Anya. You know, for someone so young, she lost the first set pretty easily, and now she has to come up with a way to change her game, because the first set certainly did not work, and I think she's doing it. She's drop shotting, she's coming into the net, she's changing her game a little bit.
Just can't hit a short ball to Hingis.
Anya just hasn't found her rhythm. This is not, I feel bad for her, because I've seen her play some pretty good matches where she's really looked impressive, but so far she has not looked like the player that she could be.
Made the right play, just didn't execute the volley, and it's 1-all in the second.
Well, this is, you know, this is a question. It's not a natural thing to, as a parent, to put your 15-year-old in front of 16,000 people on center court, you know, with all the media. And it's, you look at her face, and she looks a little afraid out there. She looks a little tense, a little nervous.
Her first Grand Slam as mother watches. Ala was the U.S. Open last year, and she advanced to the 4th round. You see, that was a very easy stroke, and the ball shot off her racket for the winner.
Yeah, she's got good hands. You know, she doesn't necessarily muscle the ball, but she's got good feel on her hands, good wrist action. With this new equipment, you don't need a lot of muscle. The racket does the work for you. You just need to have good timing on your hands.
See the wind blowing the hair of Hingis. It's unpredictable gusts.
Martina Hingis, basically a baseline player, but not afraid to come into the net, has good instincts up there. I think one of the reasons is she plays a lot of doubles, plays almost every week. because she doesn't like to practice that much. She likes to play singles and doubles, very much like John McEnroe. I remember him saying that.
Yeah, she's won 3 doubles events this year. Because as we mentioned, at just 15 was the winner with Elena Sokova at Wimbledon last year, the youngest ever to win a Grand Slam event. Precocious indeed.
Martina Navratilova asked her to play doubles this year at Wimbledon, and she shook her head and she said, no, too much pressure.
So Hingis breaks and takes the lead in this second set, 2-1 over Anya Kournikova. Hingis won the first set 6-1.
Go where you wanna go. Find the road you've never taken.
This is the tire that changed driving forever. The all-season Goodyear AquaTread with the advanced deep groove aqua channel that sweeps water away for serious traction in the wet, especially in braking. Goodyear AquaTread.
Serious freedom. Goodyear, Goodyear.
Hard work will never be enough. If you expect to have money for children, college, and retirement, you'll need to invest. And just like everything else, you'll want to do it well. Find a smart financial consultant that you can talk to, one that can help you plan a strategy and then stick to it. The important thing is to start early. Today would be fine.
Smith Barney. They make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
For the gold, the new Rebel G. Get the ultimate rush.
Yeah, where is he?
Feeling a little frustrated? Tired of waiting? You don't understand what's going on? That's how it feels to fly sometimes. Make it your responsibility to make sure no one feels that.
United is heading in a different direction.
Next Sunday, a special preview of the U.S. Open. Tiger Woods goes for his 7th USGA championship. Ken Venturi reminisces about his stirring U.S. Open victory at Congressional in '64. A look at the dramatic par 3 finishing hole and more. All a prelude to the U.S. Open, starting Thursday, June 12th on NBC.
Welcome back to Canberg with Hall of Famer Chris Evert from Court Central at Roland Garros, where the #1 player in the world, Martina Hingis, seeded 1 here, has a lead 6-1, 2-1. Hingis winners to +4.
When you have twice as many winners as errors on a clay court, necessarily to make winners, this is the surface to really be patient. Hit a few winners, especially down the line. Solid shot.
like golf's young sensation, Tiger Woods. And you are smiling when you had to be able to slide on the Terre Battue, the clay court player has to accept. Wide, but knowing just when in that.
and a 16-year-old out there in a major Grand Slam tournament with 16,000 people watching. This is the future. This is also the present.